Alrighty, good evening, everybody. No hate them. I just had my mic muted. I was loading, getting everything ready here. But currently, let's go ahead and take a look at the daily time frame first and foremost. We are getting a major pullback. Market's kind of presented an opportunity today. So I'm probably gonna be back up at like in an hour or so. Um, we have a Fed speaker talking at 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's something that can probably bring us just a little bit of volatility here. Cleaner price action. Currently, we are just slowly melting up. Um, but we did just take the hourly wick, retest into this hourly fair value gap. So not a bad range to ultimately look for shorts once we actually get confirmation here. But let's go ahead and actually start off with the weekly time frame. Hey Shayla, how you doing? So based on a weekly time frame, looks like we definitely want to get this pushed into this weekly fair value gap sometime this week. We have weekly sell side here at 19,904. All-time highs pretty much back at 20,371 here. And then I believe this lower wick is daily, but let's go back here. But we still have this massive weekly fair value gap range, so that is something kind of keep in mind of. With that being said, that currently does look like where we will see the pullback to going into this week. Based on the daily time frame, we pretty much have confirmation that we are going to get a good bit of retracement as long as we can get this body closed sometime realistically before Tuesday, I'd say, or by Tuesday close. We realistically want to see a close below this volume imbalance. Once we see that occur, that will signal a lot more downside here. If we don't get the body closed below this volume imbalance, then likely we're going to get this retest of this fair value gap back at the daily time frame. Probably create some divergence between ES and NQ once we see this push up, and then have a cleaner understanding of what price really wants to do here. But based on the daily time frame, we took the buy side liquidity, failed to get any displacement, created this fair value gap on the daily time frame, and now we just kind of want to see whether price is going to hold this volume imbalance. I could see price holding the volume balance today, and then eventually kind of giving us this push up into the fair value gap before getting follow through here. And then daily chart. So Google here, we have some Google swings. Google swings ultimately did go in the money here. We might see a pullback once the market actually opens come 4 a.m. Pretty much based on Google, as long as we pretty much hold up the call trigger, we should see expansion to the upside. We did hit PT1 here on Friday. Next, AMD. I really like AMD going into tomorrow. Pretty much inside 195 minute. Also kind of holding up this range still. So we should see some expansion coming up. Something I could see if we do expand to the upside here over 163.10, we will see a good pretty move up. Potentially even coming up to 174. Amazon had some news. Our Amazon calls were $10 out from the money, and we still have till August. So that's something to keep in pretty much keep an account for. But with AMD, if AMD does hold below this put trigger at 159.35, we will see some downside here to the gap fill. Ultimately, if we get this breakout over 163.10, we will see the expansion up to 166, then up to 174. Amazon came back into the optimal trade entry. If you look here, pretty much take your Fibonacci from the bottoms here, take it here. Where do we come? Pretty much pretty damn close to discount range. Then buyers ultimately stepped in here. So with that being said, we also got our market structure shift as well over 188. So we are going to get this push up to 190 from here. 191, pretty much all-time highs. And then would like to see 200 get taken. AMD will be on the watch list for tomorrow. Microsoft still getting an expansion to the upside. D-Dog, I do like D-Dog a lot. D-Dog has his gap fill, and we also have an outside bar. Basically, what an outside bar is, where the low of the candle takes out the previous low and also takes out the previous high. So we should see some expansion coming up if we can manage to get over 117.94. Close over that will give us a push up to about 119.54, which would be the gap fill completion. You also have a put trigger here at 115.94. A close below that range will send us back down to about 114.75. And then we could even potentially retest this imbalance here at 111. So D-Dog on the watch list, AMD on the watch list. Tesla. Ooh, I do like Tesla. All right. So Tesla came up off our optimal trade entry, went back into discount range, and now we're starting to see a little bit of expansion here. We have our call trigger on Tesla over 183.62. Our put trigger is below 181.04. A close below the put trigger on Tesla, we could see this little pullback back to about 177. Close over the call trigger here at 183.62 will give us that push back up to about 188 and then up to 191. So we have some buy side up here at 188.80. We have these relative equal lows here at 176.92. So regardless, Tesla should give us a good opportunity once we actually can get a close over the call trigger here inside 195 minute coming off the optimal trade entry. Perfect. So game plan coming into this week, watching Tesla, D-Dog, and AMD. Looking at NQ. NQ, if we can close below this volume imbalance by Tuesday, we'll see this push back into this massive volume imbalance range back down to about 19,750. Um, if we hold the volume imbalance, very much likely we get this push back into this fair value gap, and then that'll give us a much cleaner understanding of what price wants to do based on a daily time frame. A close over that volume balance and or not volume balance, fair value gap. A close over the fair value gap, we will see pretty much all-time highs again. So that is something to keep on watch. Anybody have any questions? Alrighty, so I will get this recording posted to the community here. If you could not make it, or if you joined late, you ultimately can just go back and rewatch it. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the morning.